Mark,
Yeah.
you're on film, dude.
I'm on.
Your voice is being recorded right now.
Oh man, what's happening? The pressure's on.
I wanted to tell a story that involves you. Actually, there's probably a few, but I wanted to talk about the story with you about when we got stuck on top of that like 500-foot cliff, and and you saved our lives.
I don't know if I saved our lives. It just
You
kind
saved
of
our
did.
lives, dude. Because I almost killed us, and you saved our lives. Just admit it.
Well, I think that seems to be the trend in our friendship.
Yeah, I would agree. But I was just, I don't know, like, you got a few minutes?
Yeah, dude.
So, we were out in Sonora Pass, and we got a snowmobile ride up
Yep.
to the top of this ridge, and we're on top of this massive peak, and then we had looked at the line we wanted to ride from below, and
Yeah.
then
Didn't we take a photo of it?
yeah,
Too, and we were
yeah,
like,
yeah. So we took a photo of it, and then we were at the top looking down, trying to decide like our route.
yeah.
And then I remember as we were strapping in, and then we dropped in, the fog came in.
It literally, like, we went over. Wasn't it like like you couldn't see over the edge? So we're like, okay, I guess we just gotta go. And then we're like, okay, let's go. And we get over, and then all of a sudden it's just like you can't see a thing.
Yeah. So as soon as I just remember dropping in to where we kind of had no return point.
Yep.
It was like a sunny day. It was completely,
Yeah.
and I'm not kidding. Out of nowhere, fog rolled in. This clouds just boom, and now Mark and I are on this snowboard face that's just this massive, massive, massive mountain,
Yeah.
and we can't see. We can barely see each other, and we're 5 feet away from each other.
I literally remember being like, is that a rock? Is that Trevor? Like, what is happening? Like, where are we going? And then I was just like, okay, we got to stay super close
Yeah,
because this could get bad.
yeah,
It's like, and it was like we couldn't wait it out because I think like we were trying to beat a storm. Like, wasn't it like sunny and like there was a storm rolling in and like
yeah. I don't think it came that. We didn't think it was coming as fast as it did, but we
Yeah.
had beacons, shovels, probes, everything. Avalon at the time, the backpack. But so we get to this point, right? We just remembered that it would flatten out if we traversed to the right.
yeah,
So we traverse all the way to the right across this mountain, and we're traversing, and then we traversed to the point of where it started to get really steep, and we knew that there was 200-foot cliffs below us, and we had to get across the mountain before that.
yeah. Like if there's an avalanche, we were gone.
Yeah, we would have been
Like even just like a little slide, we're done.
toast. So
We're
we're,
like, oh man.
and it was steep, so we're climbing, we're like clawing, trying to get across this mountain.
Yeah.
And then we get to this point, and Mark and I are sitting there, and we're looking down this ravine, and I remember there was a rock. Remember that massive rock?
Yeah, dude. I do.
And so we're looking, basically, if I could explain, we're looking down this mountain of nothing. We can't see anything at this point. We know from what we saw before how massive this thing is, and we're somewhere in the middle of this. And we could tell that to the left it got steep, but it went down this chute kind of thing, and we couldn't see past that. And then to the right was just the unknown, you know?
Yep.
And I kept saying, I think we should just take this chute.
Well, because it actually did look like the most logical. Like it was like, okay, no, that probably goes down because like usually a chute leads to like freedom because it's like the valley of a mountain.
Yeah.
It's like where the river runs. But
Yeah.
I think I remember specifically looking when we were looking at the bottom, like, don't do that chute.
Yep.
I was like,
Yep. Well,
that chute leads to death.
yeah. So Mark kept saying, let's go to the right. Let's go to the right. I think it flattens out if we just keep traversing to the right. We get above it. The thing is that this chute that I was looking at was so steep that once you're in, and you wouldn't have been able really to climb out. You would have. So
Oh yeah, there's no way.
you have to. And I kept saying, let's just do it. Let's just go down to the left. I think we'll be good. And he's going, no, I'm going to the right. Like, you can go that way if you really want to, but I'm going to the right. And so I just remember thinking, I'm going to listen to him. And so this is, an hour-long ordeal. Everyone at the bottom that's waiting for us, filmers, friends, other snowboarders, we were having this riding session.
Yeah.
They can't even see us. They don't know where we are. We have radios, but no one knows. I don't know. We're in the fog, and it wasn't even unpreparation. It was more just, I don't know, the circumstances just hit really fast. And so we were about to go down this chute. My board was pointed down the chute, and I was teetering on the edge of it, basically, ready to ride it. And Mark's just a little bit to the right of me, and he's all, let's go to the right, dude. Let's just go to the right. And I remember saying, okay, that's a good idea. So we snowboarded. Literally, if you ever been snowboarding in whiteout, like, remember how we couldn't see anything, and for so long
could not see one. I think I took my goggles off. That's like, it's bad when you like have to take your clear goggles off to like see better than. It was bad. It was it was probably the worst I've ever been in.
We were, stuck, like holding each other, trying to to hold like all fours on the snow, on 45-degree angle of snow, trying to work our way across. So finally, we slowly trying to finagle our way down this mountain. It's terrifying. You're like, okay, there's massive 100-foot cliffs around us, but we don't know where we're at. We finally make it to the bottom, and we look up. Had we gone down that chute, it was a chute to like a 300-foot cliff.
Yeah, we would have literally flew for a little bit, and we would have gone real fast.
So that was a terrifying moment because we both got to the bottom and then it cleared up. The sun cleared, like we could see what we just went down, and I remember we both just looking up and looking at each other and just shaking.
Just like, okay. Didn't we were staying at the hotel that night too? I was like, I think I was like so grateful just to be around.
Yeah. Also, dude, I recently told the story about when I almost clipped the train, and you decided intuitively not to go on that trip. Remember? You watched us all get in the car, and you didn't get in the car.
Honestly, that was like one of my first like prayer moments where I was like praying about it because I had this like weird thing, and then all of a sudden I felt like God or like he was telling me to say, don't go
because you would have hit the jump in the I would
have ran into the train.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm heavy.
Yep.
But that was like, it was so weird because usually like I don't know, for me like I've always like kind of second guessed my gut or like God and like so I was like that was like the first moment where I was like, you know what, like I was having like nightmares about it, and like normally going into things I'm like, this is amazing, like I can't wait, but that was like the one instance I was like, okay, I gotta follow this, and like I remember calling my mom and being like, hey, like I don't feel like I should go do this, and she was like, you gotta trust your gut, like, you gotta trust in that, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do it.
I know.
It felt really bad because like we were all excited to do it, and like, you were excited. I was like, man, it's really hard to like cancel on a friend, but honestly, it's way more important to cancel on somebody when you shouldn't be doing it than like your friend, like a good friend, like you didn't care. You were like, no, it's cool, dude.
Yeah, and your intuition spoke to you, and you thought it didn't feel right, and if your real friend will respect you for that, a real, and you never want to be peer pressured just because all your friends are going to do some stunt and you're not feeling it. Speak up, and that's exactly what Mark's saying. Like he did that, and look at 10, 15 years later or whatever, we're still here talking on the phone. Here. So you never feel afraid if your gut's speaking to you in any situation. Don't get in that car because the guy's been drinking. Don't go down this alley with these friends because they're in trouble. Like, listen to that. Your intuition's your best friend, and Mark, you got a strong intuition.
Because I was listening. I was reading up on this the other day, and like if you have like a sense of like impending doom in your body, it could actually be a sign that you have like an internal illness. So it's like your body's like telling you, hey, like you're sick, you need to go. And because I had like this sense of impending doom, so I was like, what does this mean? But it's like your body does. You're like like your gut knows. It's so interesting. Like
Yeah.
your brain tells you one thing, but like your gut just knows, like, don't do it. And
Yep.
it's so hard to follow sometimes, though.
Yeah, man. The more you use it, the stronger it'll get with everyone,
Yeah.
I think.
So
Yeah,
good.
dude. Well, I just wanted to share that story, and thanks for
stories,
calling me
man.
back.
Yeah, dude.
I'll talk to you soon, man. Love
I
you.
do love you, man.
Love you too.
See you later.
Later. Yeah. So that was a story I wanted to share. It was a crazy moment, but we made it out of there. And you gotta listen to your friends and make the best decisions, but also follow your intuition and do what's right. Much love. We'll talk to you next time.